Hello everyone, welcome back to HR Repair. This is Hey Ray. Today we have a 2019 Ford F250 XLT. It has the 6.7 power stroke. This one is a post-repair educational style video. This thing, as you can see, we've got some fuses sitting here, and we're back. Battery died on my GoPro. So this one is more of an informational video because I went ahead and did the repair. I thought it was going to be an easy repair, and it was, if I would have understood the system completely. After some time on Identifix, we did figure out the system, and so now I thought this might be interesting for you guys and might be informational. So stay tuned and we'll see if we can provide some education and enlightenment. Contact! All right, so the problem we were having is this truck has the oversized load sign that worked on every other truck except for this one here. Now this one here uses a regular trailer plug-in connector, and on pin 7 of these 7-way connectors there will be the power to charge your battery on your trailer for your emergency brakes on your trailer. That power was not coming back to this connector or the connector down here. Now on Ford they do so conveniently tell you which pin is going to be the power, constant power, which usually on those there is power there whether the key is on or off. This one here had no power. They were unable to use this sign because this sign uses the ground and the power. So looking at it from here, this here is going to be the top of your connector. This pin is supposed to be power, and this pin is supposed to be ground. We had ground back to here, but we did not have power up to here. Okay, so logical solution is usually what happens is you get a trailer where the battery is either shorted or bad or both or everything above, and you'll blow the fuse going back for your constant power. And this one here, that fuse is going to be fuse number 65, and Ford does not offer your description for your fuses on this cover. You have to go into your owner's manual to get that fuse information. Now, I did have a wiring diagram, and I'll throw that up right now. As you can see, fuse 65 is the one that we needed for your constant power. Now, that's going to be power continuously. So we did have a blown fuse, and we also checked voltage up to, or I did check voltage up to the fuse. I had voltage to the fuse. I put a new fuse in it. I assumed everything's going to work properly now. No. Nope, definitely not. We plug in the sign, and there's no power back to here. Get it plugged in there. All right, we've got it plugged in. We've got our switch turned on right up there. Still nothing. Interesting. I turned the key on. Thought maybe there's a relay that we need to have for this thing to be powered up. with the key on. Still nothing. As you can see, there's nothing. Okay? This truck, long story short, this truck has to be running in order for our sign to work. Turned it on. See, now we can go up and down. Now, my assumption is that Ford did this to safeguard against running the battery down. If you've got a trailer hooked up overnight, they didn't want to have the chance of running the battery dead on your truck. So this is a safeguard against that. My problem is I spent probably 30 minutes, which wasn't a big waste of time, but had 30 minutes into figuring out that that was the case. So there's really no information on that I could find, especially on Identifix. Now, I don't know about being on the internet, the interwebs, but wasn't much here. So now this one down here, this connector is upside down. So your auxiliary power, if you look here, I don't know if you guys can pick that up, but auxiliary power and ground are going to be flipped for this one. So in this case, here, let's see if I can get you guys to do this. So in this case, your power is going to be this one here, and your ground will be up here. As we can see, we got ground. We have no power. And even with the key turned on, we still have no power. So I will say, what kind of threw me off is that when we have the key turned on, as we do, our turn signals work up here. There. There. And also, I believe we can turn our lights on. And those work as they do. So, again, I made the assumption that the key can be turned on. But no. Nope. So, everything works there. We're going to send this back to the customer, advise him of what he needs to do in order to get this to work properly for him. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, let me know that down in the comments below, and we'll catch you on the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thanks a lot. Bye. Alright, so here we're at the diagram, and I'm going to try to explain this as well as I can. So this is our battery junction box, which is the fuse box up underneath the hood. And if you look here, it says hot at all times, which means these two are hot at all times. This one is also hot at all times. And if you look, I'm hoping that this comes up. I haven't figured out how to do screen record yet, so I'm going to have to figure that out so I can do this a little better. But Fuse 65 provides power down to our V-Power trailer battery charge. Now, this is going to be this right here. This thing right here is our trailer tow module, as you can see there. Now, what I was assuming is that, and you know what assuming does, creates an ass out of you and me both. So, Fuse 65 provides power, continuous power, down here to the trailer battery charge in the trailer tow module, which is this module right here. What I was failing to understand is that when we turn the ignition on, that's when the trailer tow module will then apply power to our charging wire, which is, it turns into an orange wire going back to our connector in the back. So here we go. Continuing here with the orange wire, this comes in. This is going to be our voltage power trailer battery charge. Now, I think the reason they do this, which is probably a good idea actually, the reason they do this is so that when this is considered a charging wire, and they only want that wire activated when the truck is running and the alternator is spinning. So it makes sense now. It just had me a little confused because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was thinking that a lot of them have power to this connector, trailer brake or the trailer connector at all times on that pin. So I don't know, maybe I had that in my head as well, but that's the reason that it threw us off a little bit, and hopefully that makes sense. So you don't have power down to your connector, trailer connector, the plug-in, start the truck. And some people say you have to close the door, but you don't have to. I tested that. Just start the truck, and then if you still don't have power, check fuse 65 in the fuse box underneath the hood. It'll be on the passenger side, right in front of the cab, underneath the hood. So fuse 65. Mine was blown, and for what reason? Well, a lot of fuses blow on trailers. Trailers are notorious for blowing fuses, so I mean, I tested the circuit by using my power probe and applying power. I pulled the fuse, applied power, and it never shorted. Everything worked. So the only thing we can do is to assume it was a trailer that blew the fuse. And the customer did say that he was having trouble with his trailers at one time. However, they replaced F42 but not F65. So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense as to what's going on here.